Hey y'all, this is Leisha. Alright, so I know y'all are just been or some of you probably anticipating, want to know about basic. Well, I don't know, I guess my first video I'll talk about a few things that happened to me from basic. And I guess I'll try to start from the beginning. Let's see, I left my house, I think about 3 or so like that. I don't think I got actually into San Antonio till about 10. Once you get into San Antonio, you do a little bit of in-processing. They do like a foot scan, they give you hand sanitizer, they give you your satchel, they give you your parka, and you kind of like sit there and wait a little bit. I don't believe I actually got to see my MTI and get to the dorms till like almost 1 o'clock, and I don't believe we actually even got to bed till like 2. I was definitely scared. I was definitely nervous, anticipating. Everyone was rude to you. Everyone was mean. There was no one being nice. Being that we got in late, we had like cold box lunches, which were, I don't know, being that I was hungry, I guess it didn't matter. And of course, they only had ham or turkey sandwiches. And being that I don't eat meat, I had to eat like a cheese and bread sandwich with some pretzels and juice. And of course they took out the Oreo cookies, so we didn't get to eat that. Once we got to meet our MTI, which was about 1 o'clock in the morning, of course she was mean, she was yelling. We didn't do the pick 'em up, put 'em down game, so I was actually really happy about that. And actually we didn't see her very long that night. We were being babysat by some older girls who, they were still in basic themselves, but they had been there for a little while, and they were kind of mean to us at first when we got there, because they were like hurrying us in, making us hurry up and get naked and get in the shower. But then after that, they were kind of nice to us. They kind of like told us a few of the ropes, what to do, kind of what to expect, answered a few questions. The older girls they were a lot of help. Yeah, that first night I did have the looking, thinking, what have I got myself into? Wow, this is everything that everyone said it was going to be and worse. The first night we actually did get to sleep in till like 9, 10 o'clock, but it didn't do any good because I was so anticipating them coming in waking us up that I didn't get a good night's sleep anyway. And when they did come and wake us up, of course it was very rudely like. So, let's see, the 8.5 weeks that I was in basic, I don't think I got not a good night's sleep. The food was good, but didn't really get to taste it. I was always tired. I was probably very moody. I mean, it was very stressful. Now, was it hard? I don't know. That will have to be for someone. Everyone's heart is different. I would say the most difficult part would probably not really be the physical. I know a lot of people say Air Force is soft, but I don't think it was soft at all. It was a lot of mental. They played a lot of mental games with you. No matter what you did, no matter how good you were always a piece of crap. Even if they told you to do something a certain way and you did it that way, you still did it wrong. It was kind of like, at first, it kind of was, I knew everything was a game, but it still was like mind-wrecking, like, oh my God, I just did exactly what this woman told me to do. And now she's yelling at me, telling me that I did it differently, but I can't dare tell her this is what she told me to do. It was all a mind game. And they constantly, you have airman's time, where it's kind of like, free for all kind of. Well, they constantly tell you, everything's a mind game. Everything is, just to see how you react and how you react to pressure and stress. And you were definitely put into a position of stress and pressure. So was it hard? I would say it was difficult at times. I made it through. I would definitely say it was difficult because there's a few people who didn't make it through. We started off with 47 females, and I believe only 40 graduated with me. So there were definitely days where I don't say I want to give up, but I definitely was worried that maybe I wasn't going to be able to live up to, maybe I wasn't going to be able to do as good as I expected or as good as I wanted, that maybe I was going to end up getting washed back. I definitely was worried about getting washed back. Let me think. My experience, you know, what advice would I give to someone going into basic? Have a positive attitude. Have a can-do attitude, no matter what. No matter how you're feeling at the time, always remember, you know, that you wanted to do this in the beginning for whatever reason. When it gets hard, when you feel like maybe I can't do it or I don't want to do it, try to erase that out of your mind and remember why you decided to do it. Even if it's nothing for money, for pride, for school, you can do it. If I could do it, I mean anyone can do it. Have confidence about yourself. Maybe not walk around with arrogance. I mean, that might work for some, but definitely don't walk with your head hang low. Remember that the MTIs are people too. Try to remember that. I mean, give them the honor and respect that is due to them. You know, like, make sure you say a reporting statement. Don't get it, you know, your conversations out of the way. But when you pass one, don't try to go the other way or try to not hold eye contact. A lot of people, I know you might have heard in the past, never make eye contact with an MTI. Now, when you're in the chow hall, that is definitely true. Never try to make direct eye contact. But when you're like in the squadron area where you're marching from one area to another area, because you got to march everywhere, if you pass the MTI, say hello or say give some type of greeting, because the MTIs talk between each other. And if you show some form of confidence, that you show that, you know, you are not a coward-like person, word gets around to all the different MTIs, and either they will try to continually mess with you to see if you really do have confidence, or they'll leave you alone. They won't bother you. I mean, they might ask you one or two questions, but if you show that you have confidence, they don't continue to bother you at all, because it turns out not to be a game for them anymore. So you have to have confidence. Even if you don't, fake it till you make it. And do not be afraid to get yelled at. You're going to get yelled at. No one likes to get yelled at. I don't like getting yelled at. But remember, you're going to get yelled at regardless. Like I said, regardless if you do something right or if you do something wrong, you're going to get yelled at. So be prepared for that. If they tell you to do something from A to Z and you do it exactly that, and you know you did it exactly that, be prepared to be told that you're still a piece of crap, that you did it wrong, that you're incompetent. Just remember that. But I am going to say, though, although the compliments are far and few in between, they do compliment you when you do things that are extraordinary. That you do things that are displaying integrity, that are displaying the Air Force core values. So keep that in mind. Let the small little nuggets that you do get, let those outweigh all the bad things that they say about you, because the bad things really aren't true. They're just saying them to try to break you. But that's going to be all for this video, because it's already a little long. So that's it.